Hi ladies, my name is Gia. Thank you so much for watching. If you notice right now, I'm very passionate and energetic and sprightly, so you're going to notice two parts of this video where some I filmed it right now with like this passionate energy. Other parts of the video, I'm going to seem really like lethargic, just a bit more chill. This is to prove to you exactly what I mean in the video, the content that I'm about to tell you. But first, I have a few questions to ask you. Do you ever feel like you have this certain workout that you do all the time? All of a sudden, one day you feel like I cannot do this workout no matter how hard I force myself, my body just doesn't want me to and I'm dragging my feet. And then do you also have times when you're trying to focus on work, like you're sitting in the office and you usually do the same amount of work, the same type of work, and all of a sudden you can't focus and your brain is fogging and you just can't sit there and concentrate to produce any work? Do you also notice there are times of the month when you feel especially bloated and you look in the mirror and you're like, I'm not even leaving the house today, it's not possible, I do not want to be seen, or in a bit of a bad mood? Sometimes that bloating lasts even longer than a few days, while the rest of the time, and it might be a very short period, you feel very, very light, and I mean like physically, where you look in the mirror and you're like, wow, my clothes fit me incredibly. This is a really good day that I look. I will explain exactly why this is happening and how to fix it so that you're not going on this roller coaster of, is this going to be a good day? Is this going to be a bad day? Not going to look how I want it today? Am I going to feel in a bad mood? I'm going to show you how to use your period to be productive in your business or whatever it is your work is, and just how to be productive in your daily life and how to use your period to benefit you. Here is a guide on how to use your monthly cycle to benefit your business. Subscribe now for more self-care, self-image, and self-growth. I personally only work 2 weeks a month. I have several businesses and this is what I do to run them. First off, I cannot time block to save my life. I've tried this for weeks and weeks and weeks, for multiple times over the year. When I'm in the zone, I have to give 110%. That includes anything, any task that I do, even if it's like doing the dishes, I have to get every single thing clean. I don't like to make room for mistakes. I literally only use pens because I don't believe in pencils and being able to make mistakes. Here's how to understand your cycle. Stay till the very end to get my simple outline on the foods that your body will need during the PMS phase, or also known as the luteal phase, so that you don't have PMS. Stay till the very end to get all those foods that you need that are high nutrient dense foods so that you're not hungry and you're not overeating or getting a lot of water weight. If you have PMS, you're doing it wrong. You're doing womanhood wrong, and most of the time it's because we don't eat properly. Also, let me know in the comments if you want a video on how to get rid of PMS. To keep this video as short as possible, I'm going to give you the bare bones on how to use each phase to benefit your work lifestyle. If you want another video explaining more, comment below. For me specifically, I have a really long cycle of 35 days. This is totally okay. It's just on the edge of healthy, but your cycle doesn't have to be 28 days. It can be from 28 to 35 days. If it's shorter than that, something might be out of balance. If it's longer than that, the same goes for there. If your period is also 2 days long, something might be off. Mine used to be a little bit longer because I was severely anorexic. Thank goodness that's over. I have a video all about it in case you want to get over an eating disorder. I also had a bunch of acne, so I got birth control. I didn't understand that my acne was hormonal. First things, we have a different cycle than men do. So if you've heard of this or heard of blue light glasses, this is what they're for. Men have a cycle, a 24-hour cycle. We live by the male cycle, day by day. Women have a monthly cycle. The male cycle is called the circadian rhythm, and women have two cycles called the circadian and the infradian. Within the infradian cycle, we have different phases, and first is the follicular phase, and this happens right after your period. So schedule all the things you want to try out, get all the new ideas, and brainstorm what you want to incorporate into your business. So if you have any type of event coming up, this is the time to schedule it within your follicular phase. Say you have an event where you're meeting new people and you're networking, talking to people, going out to a conference, presenting something, or even having a webinar or shooting a YouTube video. Schedule that for your ovulatory phase, which is the next phase I'm going to get into. This is the time to take all your photos for a photo shoot if you're having a branding photo shoot, because you will physically be at your most fit and you will feel like you look your best. This next phase is your ovulatory phase. You will literally be glowing, and I mean people will be looking at you longer for absolutely no reason that you understand. If you've noticed that people are all of a sudden kind of paying more attention to you, there's something subconscious within us in our biology that people just do it without realizing, but your hormones will speak volumes. I know this is rough to say in here, but women who are on birth control or who are menopausal don't have this glow anymore, because they are basically women who aren't fertile, don't have this glow and don't have like this ovulatory cycle going on. This is also why a lot of younger women get more attention from men, no matter the age. It all comes down to fertility, just biological. Always surround yourself with people who love you no matter what. And this is why birth control actually dulls you out. So doctors, when they first discovered birth control or created birth control, what it originally did and still does is remove your ability to have children. It takes away your fertility essentially, but they didn't want to scare women originally by getting rid of their period. At the time, it was really scary to not have a period and like something was wrong with you. So what they did was they faked a period. They got the pill to kind of imitate what would be a fake period. It takes away your glow when you don't have that fertility. That's why women sometimes don't have their period at all anymore when they're taking birth control or have taken it for so long. They've actually lost the ability to fake that lining release. It's also fixable, so just know this. Most of the time, it just takes time, care, and dedication. Cycle syncing helps a lot. Back to your ovulatory phase, this is the time you'll want to be communicating. So you'll feel like you are talking a lot more. Your voice will even be a bit higher. This is the time to negotiate for a raise, go to a party, meet new people to network, even host or speak at an event, present something, pitch an idea, and also take a photo shoot within this time because you'll be glowing and people will see it. Take a video shoot. In my ovulatory phase, I was recently at a conference and I was glowing and I realized it because everybody was looking at me longer, even though I wasn't like doing or saying anything extraordinary. After this phase, you'll be heading into what's known as your luteal phase or also your PMS phase. So if you're having PMS, you're doing it wrong. Don't worry, we'll solve that at the very end if you stay to get all the foods that you need and vitamin dense foods without having to worry about craving all these kinds of foods with high calories all the time. This is when you become a powerhouse and focus. All the technical work with small details, it's personally my favorite phase because I'm the kind of person who likes to be locked in a room with my computer for 10 hours straight, no interruption. I don't like being irritated by people. This is the perfect time to iron out all the projects, all the details in a project, to write emails, to write captions for social media, to write blog posts, thread all the needles, sit down and roll up your sleeves. If you have really technical tasks, this is the time that you want to get really into refining and polishing everything. So this is when you are touching up all the projects you've been working on and really making them perfect. Thank you so much for staying till the very end. Here are all the foods suggested for your luteal phase or the PMS phase. Quick commercial break. Sign up to the link below to monetize your online following. If you're interested, you can join the waitlist. You'll be working your hardest in your business. You'll be also needing a higher calorie count because your body's working so hard and your brain is working so hard. So people totally forget that if you're sitting down and you're working all day, even if you're just using your brain, you're still gonna be hungry. You're still burning a lot of energy. You don't realize it. You also won't gain tons of weight when you eat these foods. I know when I'm craving something like chocolate, that means you're craving magnesium. Instead of reaching for chocolate, have a good lunch that is substantial with food that has a lot of magnesium instead. And a lot of women are magnesium deficient, funny enough. Well, that's not really funny, but outside of natural water weight, depending on your diet also, you won't go vitamin deficient if you eat these foods, and you won't feel weak either. I noticed when I had a period, I would just completely be knocked out from just lethargy, tired, because my body was releasing so much and it was taking so much away from me when I was lightly iron deficient. Just don't overdo it and don't be hard on yourself. Just eat moderately. I know it's hard to say, it's easier said than done. In your PMS phase, just make sure to watch out for these foods, aim for these kinds of foods. Just as a disclaimer, I'm not a nutritionist. I just literally read a lot. So if you want to learn how to read 4 or more books a week, click the link above. I have also observed this over years and years and years of being a woman, having puberty and wondering, why am I gaining so much weight? Why am I being such a pain in the butt to all these people I love, no matter how much I love them? I was in the car one time with my husband. My husband's the most loving person. He was being very kind with me, but I was just so irritable and caught myself. I was about to say something mean, and then I realized, you know what? I'm being hard on him because I don't really have control on my life. I realized, you know what? I need to start doing cycle syncing properly and not just reading about it and knowing the information. It's important to take action. You are not smart if you have all the information in the world. You are smart if you have the information and actually do something with it. So take action, just start, even if it's imperfect, even if you slip up. Here is also a timeline on how long phases typically are during the month so that you have somewhat of an outline. If you have 28 days or 35-day cycle, I use this app called the Flow app and it's $1.99, just a heads up. It helps me track my phases exactly based on when my period is. I know there's another app out there that it just tracks your period, but it doesn't really help. This app also helps you figure out what to do with your intimate life, with your partner, with your work, with your food, and with your exercise. Different kinds of exercises during the time of month. If you want me to create a video on that, let me know. Hope this helps you. I hope you get the most out of your business and I wish you well. I wish you all the health in the world. And let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or would like more videos or want to touch on a certain topic. I'm more than happy to help because I love this information and I love sharing it with women. When he's going through puberty and when he has a girlfriend, I'm definitely teaching him this because it's important to empathize and understand women, understand like half of the population in the world. If his girlfriend is going through, I don't know, certain stages during her month, then he can understand and be more patient, kind of help her out and help her understand that what she's going through is totally normal. We just need to understand it better to be able to have the control that we can over our body when we think it's just something something I can't control, when the truth is we can. Just take action. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later.